Hello, coin enthusiasts out there. It is Idax Collects, and today what I have in front of me is quarter box number 1 here on YouTube. This will be the first time that I've ever hunted quarters in my life. Never did this prior to YouTube, and now I'm gonna do this today and start filling out my books. I have tons of books, and when I mean tons, I mean tons. Tons of these books here to fill. So there's going to be a lot of quarters to put in these books. This is going to be a very long hunt because of it. Let's just say that my goal for this video is to complete the volume 3 book. I do not have a volume 1 or a volume 2 book, since those are silver Washington quarters and they are very hard to find. So if I find at least 5 Washington quarters composed of 90% silver, then I will probably buy at least a volume 2 book. But for now, I just have volume 3 and volume 4. I like to call them volumes, but they're technically called number 3 and number 4. So I want to finish number 3. I believe I can get that done in this box. I believe number 4 might be done, but I'll show you that real quick as well. And here's a number 4 book. As you can see, this book is completely finished. I'll not need to worry about any of these. Let's not waste any more time. I'm going to go ahead and start opening this box up. I'll check for any enders to see if there's anything worth noting. And with that, let's open this sucker up. Very exciting. I'm very excited. Like I said, this is my very first ever box of quarters. So I am much looking forward to this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm going to be searching for W quarters as well. So any quarters minted between 2019 and 2020 has a chance of a W mint mark. But I'm going to look at these enders real quick, and let me flip this over real quick. All right, I'll look at the enders and I'll point out which ones I like the most. I do see a 2009 quarter right here. This is one of the US territories. It's the American Samoa quarter. But other than that, everything else looks pretty circulated to me. I'm gonna go through these first 5 rolls as usual. And if I find anything, I will show you guys what I found. And if I don't find anything else, I will do a small little recap of what I found in those first 5 rolls. Then I go on to the bigger grind, which is going through the rest of these rolls. I'm super excited. Super duper excited for this. Let's go straight into the 5 rolls right now. Let's get right into it. little fun fact about this coin here. There's a very famous error that collectors love to collect, and it's by the corn stalk. They call it an extra leaf error. So it would be placed right above where that cheese is. If you find an extra leaf, it's pretty valuable. Thought I would just mention that. Let's see if I can find anything in these last two rolls. Alright, I consider this a pretty good find. It's a Guam U.S. Territories quarter from 2009, and this one was minted in Denver. Let's keep going. Alright, it was a tough first 5 rolls, but these quarters here that I have right now, most of these are going to go into my books. So I know I don't have a New York. I listed these quarters down that I had missing. New York, Philadelphia, an Indiana, Philadelphia, a Washington, Denver, a Guam, Denver, and then some national park quarters that I'm going to look through the books as well. I found 3 bicentennials. Nothing special about these, but they're nice to have if you're not a dedicated collector or you're just starting. It's fun to get a bicentennial quarter just to have. The only thing that is worth showing is this Guam quarter right here from 2009. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm going to continue on, open up the next 20 rolls, and if I don't find anything, you know the drill. I'll do a half box recap, and if I do find something, then I'll start recording and I'll show you what I found in that specific roll. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, currently on roll number 11, and I see a roll of quarters that weighs almost 229 grams. Something tells me that there might be silver in here. So let's go ahead and open this roll up and see if there in fact is silver in here or not. Not that I could see. That kind of got me excited a little bit. I do believe that silver quarters do weigh a little more than plaid quarters do. Oh, I guess there was nothing in this roll. Let's keep on going. All right, I'm pressing the record button again because you know what that means. I found something really good. Currently on roll number 16, and this is a first for the channel and the first in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1990 S proof quarter. It's got that mirror finish. As you can see, like it reflects off my phone. It's got a black casing. This is a proof. The first ever proof find of the channel, and the first proof find of my coin roll hunting history. Really nice find right here. Let's see what else is out there. So after 25 rolls of quarters in this box, didn't find anything too crazy except for the 90S proof. There was also an error that I found during this hunt as well, and it's from the most recent Washington quarters. And this is a pretty popular error to hunt. So I will be showing you that in a sec. Let's go ahead and set this aside. So out of all of these quarters so far, these two here are what I would consider my finds of the hunt. All these here in these 3 rows are just book fillers, so they're not going to be really that special. you can get these pretty much anywhere pretty dang easily. So let's start with the proof right here. I have it in a coin holder because I really want to keep this for memory's sake. Just to say that I actually pulled a proof coin one day out of a box of quarters. Cool little story to tell. As you can see, it's got that mirror finish. It's a beautiful looking proof coin. That's for dang sure. And then this one. I think I found the drooling George Washington error. You can see right down there. And I'll show you the picture of what it looks like under the microscope. But if you can tell, there's that little spot right below that mouth, and it looks like he's drooling. The 2022 Philadelphia Maya Angelou coins have a specific error. So if you ever find a 2022 Philadelphia Maya Angelou quarter, look out for the drooling Washington, because it's a nice error to find and it's pretty easy to spot. This one I found in roll number 25, and this proof quarter I found in roll number 16. But that's to be expected with quarters. I think a lot of coin roll hunters, they go after the big denominations of coins, which is quarters, half dollars, and dimes and stuff like that, because that's where all the good stuff is. These are my 60s, 70s, and 80s quarters. I'll show off some of them because they look really dang good. I mean, look at this. 1965, and it's so nice and shiny. So I'm definitely going to be putting this in my book. And then here's another nice and shiny quarter right here. It's got a little dirt right there, but besides that, it looks really nice. It's a 1980 Philadelphia. Very small in the fines, but check this out. I have a whole stack of state quarters that I have to fill in, and a whole stack of national park quarters as well. I'm gonna be looking at my books to fill these in at the end. And I also have a few American women quarters that I believe I don't have in the book as well. So I'm pretty content with what I have so far. I did not expect a whole lot, which is obviously the case, but I will definitely take a proof and an error coin any day. And yeah, that's how the box is looking so far. And I'll go ahead and start on the second half. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Currently on roll number 27, and this quarter caught me off guard big time. This is also a first for the channel and a first in my life. Take a look at this. It's a Washington quarter minted in West Point. Hence the W mint mark right there. And there usually is a privy next to Liberty, but that's only if it's a 2020. It would say V75 for the 75th anniversary of the victory over World War II. But since that privy doesn't exist in this specific one, it's from 2019. So let's take a look at what the reverse is for this. It's the American Memorial Park 2019. It's a great find because W quarters are hard to come by. So happy to get one in this hunt. Let's keep on going. All right, currently on roll number 33. And in this roll, there's an oddity right in the front of the roll. This ender right here has a silver edge. Now, I don't believe this was intentional, because when I flip it over, it is a Washington quarter minted in Denver. This one is a Maine quarter from 2003, but I believe this is a third party that actually coded this. It's just very odd to see it like silver plated, but we'll take this as a miscellaneous find. Let's keep on going. Currently on roll number 35, and I found my first ever 2023 quarter. I know what this is automatically. It should be the Bessie Coleman when I flip this over. There it is. Bessie Coleman 2023 quarter. What a nice find. Let's keep going. Just went through the entire box of quarters, and now I'm going to show you the finds of the second half. So let's set this aside and move these up. I only have 3 to show. This one here is the only 2023 quarter that I ended up finding. Bessie Coleman. I found this particular quarter in roll number 35. This one here is a Denver minted Washington quarter, Maine, 2003, with a silver plated edge. Unfortunately, this isn't worth anything, but it is kind of neat to see. Found this in roll number 33. Finally, we have a W minted Washington quarter, the American Memorial Park 2019 coin. And these W mint marks are special because, like I said from before, they're from West Point, which is, I believe, somewhere in California. And it's a nice quarter for sure. I'll probably put this in a sleeve just to mark my first W quarter of all time. I ended up finding this quarter in roll number 27. And those are my finds in the second half. Now I'm going to bring all my finds and give you a full box recap. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so after going through the whole box of quarters, these are my best finds right here. I got a proof coin, a American Memorial Park W minted quarter, a silver plated Maine quarter, a 2023 Bessie Coleman quarter, and a drooling Washington 2022 Philadelphia quarter. And yeah, these are my best finds right here. And I have a lot of quarters behind these finds. I have the nicer looking Washington quarters before the state quarters were rolled out. And this one has my state quarters and U.S. territories. And this one has the national parks. So I'm going to be spending time going through each of these and filling in my books. I will be able to complete this book right here. The number 3 book. I was missing a few from before, and I believe I have every single one of them. I'm going to do a few upgrades as well because, man, some of the quarters I found in here were really shiny. Including this 1965. Holy moly. Set these aside for now. And I'll just kind of go through each of these quarters here. So, 1968 Denver. 1968 Philadelphia. 1969 Philadelphia. 1972. Just going to go right here. 1973 Denver. 1980 Philadelphia. And 1985 Denver. All right, and here's the 1980 Denver right here. Put it in here. And number 3 is done. I have all the years. I'm not going to go through all of these with you. That's going to take a long time. But I have the statehood quarters books. I have 1 through 3. And I have National Park quarters 1 and 2, and even crossing the Delaware and American women quarters books as well. Let's go right ahead and conclude this video right here. All I gotta say is this is a really fun box to hunt. I did expect way less finds than I normally would find in pennies and nickels. That's just because a lot of people buy quarter boxes. So the chances of finding a silver quarter in a box is pretty slim. This quarter here is perhaps my best find of the box. The Proof 1990 quarter. Only 3 million of these were minted. So that's a really small number of these that exist. So very happy to have got this, and also a W minted quarter. I'm going to conclude this video now. If you stuck around this video, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a good one.